Welcome viewers to the Saturday, June 22nd weekend edition of 284 News. I am Kamal Haynes, bringing you the recap of the week's top stories. Well, thank you so much for joining us. While leading this week's stories, Pierin Mayard, former managing director of the BVI Ports Authority, was sentenced on Thursday to 9 years and 4 months in prison for her involvement in a drug trafficking conspiracy that also implicated former BVI Premier Andrew Foy. The sentencing took place in Miami, where United States District Judge Kathleen Williams presided over the hearing. In addition to the prison term, the 62-year-old Mayard will serve an additional 5 years of supervised release. Judge Williams chose to sentence below the advisory range of 11 years and 3 months to 14 years. This decision was influenced by several factors, including Mayard's acceptance of responsibility through her guilty plea, her advanced age, medical issues, and the absence of a prior criminal record. Mayard, alongside her son Kadeem Mayard and former BVI Premier Andrew Foy, was charged in April 2022. The trio was accused of aiding in the movement of Colombian cocaine through BVI ports to Miami. Kadeem Mayard was sentenced to 57 months in November 2023. However, Foy is yet to be sentenced, with his court date set for August 5, 2024. His attorney, Teresa Van Vliet, admonished a Miami court to enforce the mandatory minimum sentence of 10 years for his involvement in the drug and money laundering scheme. The motion by Foy's attorney for a lesser sentence is said to be based on what they describe as his limited understanding and minor role in the overall scheme. The Emerald Stout High School's debate team has secured a spot in the finals of the Regional National Tourism Debate Competition after delivering a historic defeat to Jamaica's Knox College in the semi-finals last Friday. More in this report. Representing the British Virgin Islands, the talented trio of Adrian Richardson, Naomi Onufuju, and Kande Richardson amassed an impressive total of 1,038 points, surpassing Jamaica's 996 points. But this score is now the highest ever recorded in the history of the competition. Adrian Thomas, who recently earned the title of Junior Ambassador of Tourism, led the team as the Prime Minister, while Naomi Onufuju, the 2023 Junior Ambassador of Tourism, took on the role of Deputy Prime Minister, while Kande Richardson served as a third member of the House of Assembly. Together, they effectively proposed a motion arguing that the development of artificial intelligence poses a significant threat to the cybersecurity of Caribbean nations. Here's a look at Thomas's opening remarks in favor of the moot.
I cannot recall another time when an entire federal government has been held to ransom like this. It's a first. It's quite unprecedented. This quote from Emisosoft Threat Analysis, Brett Callow, was referring to a massive ransomware cyber attack that crippled the Costa Rican government for several months. This attack did not occur during the dawn of the internet development in the country, nor was it an exercise designed to stimulate a worst-case scenario. This was a real, crippling penetration of a sovereign nation's security that occurred merely 2 years ago, and one that cost the Costa Rican economy an estimated $38 million per day. In an age of rapid technological advancements in artificial intelligence, AI, and an equally rapid digitalization brought on by the pandemic, the nations of the region have now found themselves teetering at the edge of a precipice.
Richardson added to Thomas's remarks by delivering further points to support the team's argument.
Mr. Speaker, there are numerous examples of our Caribbean nations being held to ransom by cyber attack. From financial fraud and ransomware to disinformation and espionage, AI-driven attacks are increasingly sophisticated and challenging to defend against. Our worthy opponents are all too familiar with these phishing schemes as they continue to fall prey to these invisible enemy. I am sure you recall the Scotia Group Jamaica phishing scams in 2022, and the many National Commercial Bank Jamaica Limited NCB phishing attacks in 2024, among others. A 2024 article in the Jamaica Gleaner entitled "Jamaican Banks Prepare to Combat Soaring Internet Scams" stated that local banks suffered a staggering $133 million loss in 2022 due to internet banking fraud, a yearly surge of 21% not accepted at this time.
Onwufuju, who is known for delivering impressive rebuttals, certainly did not disappoint.
Mr. Speaker, we have heard what both sides had to say after being bombarded with fanciful words, platitudes, and dreams of the future by the opposition. We remain unflinching in our belief that our stance is correct. However, if there are any amongst you that remains unconvinced, let us be reminded about what was said. No one on the proposition said that AI cannot be used for good. But we must still agree that it is a threat. They said that it can't be a world without AI and that AI will never stop advancing. But will cyber criminals not also use this AI? Let me remind you of the mood. Developments in AI pose a threat to the cybersecurity of Caribbean nations. The opposition is blatantly ignoring what the mood says and is trying to reword it and change it to something that is not what we are arguing today. Our opponent's third speaker stated that AI can minimize human error by automating routine tasks. AI can reduce, but never eliminate. It is one of the most basic truths of human condition. Nobody is perfect, and a chain is only as strong as its weakest link.
Their compelling arguments and seamless teamwork not only earned them a record-breaking score, but also a well-deserved place in the finals, where they will face off against the Turks and Caicos Islands. The Arbostout High School community and supporters across the British Virgin Islands are eagerly anticipating the upcoming final round, where Thomas, Onwufuju, and Richardson aim to bring home the championship title. Reporting for 284 News, I am Kamal Haynes. Viewers, up next, more top stories.
He hit me. Will CG cover this?
Don't worry. Remember when I was in that competitive arm wrestling circuit? 3-time champion, baby! I did feel bad crushing all those arms and dreams. So I took them all out for ice cream. And then we got crushed. Anyway, CG handled my claims fast.
That explains the arm.
The best cover for the best value. CG Insurance. Good like that.
At Partners for Kids, your child's health and happiness are at the heart of everything we do. We've been the trusted medical home for children and adolescents up to 18 years old. And now, we are excited to welcome a new member to our family of healthcare professionals. Introducing Dr. Aisha Maxwell, our new family practitioner. Dr. Maxwell brings a wealth of experience and deep passion for pediatric and adult care, ready to join our team in providing first-rate health services to your family. At Partners for Kids, we believe in a collaborative approach to healthcare, with partners in physical therapy, occupational therapy, and clinical psychology. Partners for Kids, where caring is just the beginning. Visit us at Road Reef Plaza, Torola, open Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call us at 284-444-5437 or reach out at info@partnersforkids.com to learn more.
Well, am I covered?
Yeah, you're with CG. Remember when I was dabbling in knife-throwing bingo? Well, one night I won, but I also got a bullseye. No. In a beehive. I ran for hours. They caught me in the end, though. Anyway, I was covered, and I got to keep my trophy. Uh-oh.
Best medical cover for the price. CG Insurance. Good like that.
Welcome back, viewers. The British Virgin Islands celebrated His Majesty's King Charles III's birthday with a grand parade and medal ceremony honoring public officers for their long service and good conduct. More in this report. The festivities commenced at the Sir Alva George's Plaza in Road Town, Torola, and concluded at the Queen Elizabeth II Park. The parade featured participation from various law enforcement organizations, schools, civic and church groups, service organizations, and bands. Distinguished guests, including His Excellency Governor Daniel Pruse, Premier Dr. the Honorable Natalia Wheatley, other members of the House of Assembly, Deputy Governor David Archer Jr., and Commissioner of Police Mark Collins were in attendance. Superintendent Selwyn Rock, serving as parade commander, led the procession. Governor Pruse was received with a royal salute and he inspected the assembled organizations. Following the inspection, a march past took place, after which Governor Pruse delivered remarks on behalf of His Majesty King Charles III.
So I have the honor to present the customary exchange of messages to mark the birthday of His Majesty the King. My message of greetings to His Majesty. May it please Your Majesty, with humble duty, and on behalf of all His Majesty's loyal subjects in the Virgin Islands, I am delighted to convey our good wishes and most loyal, affectionate greetings on the occasion of Your Majesty's birthday. His Majesty's response: His Majesty the King has asked me to thank you for your birthday greetings. His Majesty much appreciates your kind words on his birthday and sends his warm, good wishes to the government and the people of the British Virgin Islands. Thank you.
Governor Pruse then presented long service and good conduct medals to various public officers. The honorees included Overseas Territories Police Service medals for long service and good conduct 18 years, which included Constables Amadona Creasy, Sylvester Theophile, Noel Besson, Stanley Burton, Florita Lake, as well as Inspector Collis Fraser and Chief Inspector Jomo Short. For second class to Overseas Territories Police Medal for long service and good conduct 30 years, Constables Petronella Fret, Job Trumpet, Cyril Thomas, as well as Sergeants George James and retiree Amora Potter, Superintendent Selwyn Rock, and Inspector Elvis Richards. First class to Overseas Territories Police Medal for long service and good conduct 25 years went to Constables Joanne George, Glenn Colwood, Lola Stevens, as well as Chief Inspector Israel Sargent and retiree Douglas Blyden. Overseas Territories Fire and Rescue Brigade Medal for long service and good conduct 18 years went to Fire Officer Sean Reimer and Lifeguard Supervisor Mark Street. First class to the Overseas Territories Fire and Rescue Brigade Medal for long service and good conduct 25 years went to Sub Officer Aldith Penn. Second class to Overseas Territories Fire and Rescue Brigade Medal for long service and good conduct 30 years went to Sub-Officer David Ronan, who also received an Overseas Territory Prison Medal for long service and good conduct 18 years, where prison officers too, Rohan Peters, Teresa St. Rose, and Paula Watkins Mills received those medals. First class to the Overseas Territories Prison Medal for long service and good conduct 25 years went to Rudolph Jackson, Prison Officer 1. In addition to the long service medals, Governor Pruse presented meritorious service awards to officers from the Immigration and Customs departments for their outstanding service. The recipients were from the Immigration Department, Bruno Brody, Immigration Officer 2, Anna Marie David, Clifford Frith, Cedric Smith, and Eric Creaky, all Immigration Officer 2s, while Enforcement Officer Stephen Gilbert and Administrative Officer Elizabeth Watkins rounded up the awards for Immigration Department. In His Majesty's Customs, the Custom Officer 2 received were Marilyn Foy, Everard Scatliff, Clyde Thomas, Arlene Francis, Carol Benjamin, Trevor Potter, and Doddridge Ephraim, while Senior Customs Officer Jennifer King, Senior Customs Officer 3 Annette Lotari Moses, and Systems Programmer 2 Chantal Scatliff rounded up the awards from His Majesty's Customs. The celebrations highlighted the community's respect and appreciation for the commitment and dedication of the Territory's public officers. Reporting for 284 News, I am Kamal Haynes. The British Virgin Islands Tourist Board's Taste of Torola event saw a vibrant turnout last weekend at the Cyril B. Romney Torola Pier Park. I was there to capture the event. Residents gathered to indulge in a diverse array of cuisines offered by several local restaurants, making the evening an unforgettable culinary experience. The all-white themed event was a hit, featuring live entertainment, top-tier beverages, and an impressive range of dishes from participating restaurants. Events coordinator of the BVI Tourist Board, Sophia Rubin, hailed the event as a success, pointing out that the feedback from attendees highlighted several standout restaurants.
The food is excellent. I think the vendors did a fantastic job in terms of the food choices. Of course, they're in hors d'oeuvre sizes, so you're able to go around and taste all the different foods from all the different vendors. The entertainment, fantastic. Horella, CP4 Band, and DJ Dre. And again, this was for a good cause. All proceeds go to the student tourism program. And I'm very happy to see that persons came out in their white. I know a lot of people were nervous about, coming out in white and having food, but everyone is enjoying. Some of the favorites were Taste the BVI, Miss Rhea Durant. She had the BVI national dish, which was fish in mayonnaise sauce with fungi and other ground provisions. Another favorite was hot dog and things. Again, people were just thinking, oh, hot dog, that's just ketchup, mustard, and mayo, but these are fully loaded hot dogs, and it was definitely a favorite. Also, there was a conch chowder competition, which was really steep in terms of who was going to be the winner, but I think Pussers was successful in that competition. So overall, I think Taste of Torola was definitely a success, and we're again so happy for everyone that came out and the vendors, the restaurants who participated. Without you, this would not be possible.
Clive McCoy, director of the BVI Tourist Board, echoed Rubin's sentiments and noted that the Taste of Torola event is part of a series of culinary events scheduled for this year.
The Taste of Torola is the third in a series of food fest events that we're having this year. As you all remember, in January we did Jos Lime and Dine, which showcased the culinary offerings on Jos Van Dyke. And then in March we took the show to Virgin Gorda so we could do the Taste of Virgin Gorda and showcase what they can do over there. And now we're here on Torola at the wonderful Cyril B. Romney Torola Pier Park for the Taste of Torola. And we couldn't be more happier about the number of restaurants that came out to support. As you know, this initiative, all the proceeds raised are going towards a wonderful tourism student, a deserving tourism student, and we couldn't be happier with the turnout and the support that we're seeing right now.
284 Media spoke to several participating restaurants to capture their experiences. Rhea Durant, owner of the crowd favorite Taste of BVI, expressed delight at the event's success.
We are a new establishment located at the Cyril B. Romney Torola Pier Park, kiosk number 4. So today we had the BVI national dish, fish and fungi. We also had it with sweet potato, green banana, cornmeal dumpling, and of course the mayo sauce. And then the secondary dish was a South, BVI South, potato salad, and green salad. Our food is now sold out, which is probably a good thing, meaning I guess it was one of the popular sellers here today. But you can try our, full-style meal plate options at our kiosk location on Tuesday.
Jefferson Hermanez of Capricio de Mare boasted about their offerings, particularly their popular chicken Alfredo pasta.
What we have here is one of the best dishes that we have. So first up we have some meat lasagna. So this is ground beef lasagna, one of the most popular dish in Capricio de Mare. Of course, this one we have some chicken Alfredo with some vegetables with some penne. It's basically one of the best as well. Most likely the best chicken Alfredo could have in Torola. We have some spaghetti bolognese here as well. Delicious, one of my favorite. So this one is ground beef, some tomato sauce, and some herbs and spices.
Scrub Island Resort Spa and Marina also made a notable impression, with food and beverage manager Kimberly expressing pride in their participation.
We have to offer today from Scrub Island, our Cardamom restaurant. We have the pork belly, which comes with the slaw, and it comes with the mango chutney. Okay? from Marina Key, we have the local conch chowder, and we also have the sweet potato saltfish cakes. And we also have our passion mojito twist, the dirty one and the virgin one. Okay, so on Scrub Island, we have 2 restaurants. Marina Key, we have the bar and grill.
Prime Restaurant, another highlight of the evening, received positive reviews from attendees who sampled their culinary creations.
Today we have the beef. We have the beef croquette. This one is basically mashed potato mixed with beef, and this one is deep fried. It's garnished with a Japanese mayonnaise and tomato sauce. Over here we have the beef kofta. This one is basically seasoned beef, and this one is grilled.
Okay, speak about the feedback you've been getting so far from persons who came out.
Yeah, so the feedback we've been getting from the person so far, the beef croquette and the beef kofta is amazing. The beef croquette is basically a Japanese style. The ladies love this one.
Reporting for 284 News, I am Kamal Haynes. Well, up next, viewers, more top stories to come.
Orange alert! Orange alert! Fire is spreading across the BVI. The fastest, most reliable, and affordable fiber internet service is here for you. Look out for fire in these new locations: Slaney, Duff Bottom, Manual Reef, Seacows Bay, Albion, Hannah's, Palestina, Pleasant Valley, and Havers. Fiber is in your area. Call 444-4444 or visit a CCT store to find out more and bring it home. More locations coming soon.
At Higher BVI, we're not just about business. We're about empowering lives, and that is because we aspire to inspire. By choosing us, you're supporting a company that believes in equal opportunities, diversity, and community growth. Our mission goes beyond profit. It's about providing HR solutions, fostering talent, and leaving a positive impact. Join us in building a better future, a better BVI. Choose Higher BVI, where your support isn't just a transaction, it's a transformation. Together, we're changing lives in these beautiful Virgin Islands.
Well, welcome back, viewers, and thank you so much for sticking with us. Adrienne Thomas, recently crowned Junior Ambassador of Tourism, has added another accolade to her name as the newest CCT Brand Ambassador. The official signing took place on Wednesday, June 19th at CCT's flagship store in Wickham's Key 1, Torola. Thomas was joined by her parents along with Mrs. Natalie Penlake, Standards and Training Manager at the British Virgin Islands Tourist Board, and CCT's Chief Operations Officer, Mrs. Rakima Turnbull-Keynes. As part of her role, Thomas received a year of service and a smartphone device from CCT. Her ambassadorship will see her actively engaging with the community, utilizing CCT's resources to further her platform and contribute to the betterment of the British Virgin Islands. Expressing her enthusiasm following the contract signing ceremony, Thomas remarked on her pleasure at representing an esteemed organization that aligns with her own goals of community service and support. She emphasized her commitment to embodying the brand's values and aims to represent CCT to the best of her ability throughout her year-long tenure.
I am a very helpful person, and the fact that I get to help someone else at a larger scale just makes me feel very nice and feel very good about myself to be willing to help and able to help other people. I will try my best to carry out every aspect of what I am asked to do when it comes to being a brand ambassador of CCT, and if I can even go a further step to helping out, I will do that to the best of my abilities as well.
Moving on, viewers, the BVI Squash Rackets Association is set to host the Nagico and Interpath Junior Caribbean Area Squash Association Championships 2024 at the Torola Sports Club. This prestigious event, considered the Caribbean's flagship junior squash tournament, will run from June 30th to July 6, 2024, and is expected to feature approximately 150 contestants from 7 different islands and territories. In an interview with 284 Media, BVI national squash coach Adam Murrows highlighted the significance of the BVI hosting this event for the first time since 2007.
It's the biggest regional event, so we're going to have just under 150 juniors from all around the Caribbean. So we've got kids coming in from Barbados, Bermuda, Cayman Islands, Guyana, Jamaica, St. Vincent, and Trinidad. I always forget one, so I'm happy I got it all right then. So they're coming in truly from all over the Caribbean. They're going to be here for 7 days, so from the 30th of June to the 6th of July. There's an individual event, a doubles event, and a team event. And it's the first time we've hosted this event since 2007. So it really is a massive deal that we're hosting it once again.
Murrows provided insights into the 14-member BVI team, the largest squad ever to represent the territory at Junior CASA.
We've got on the girls' side, in the under-11s, we've got Delilah Pease and Leela Mella. In the under-13s, we've got Emily Jackson. In the under-15s, we have Lily Smith. And then on the boys' side, in the under-11s, Ashton Starkey and Devon Mella. Under-13s is Jacob Noblet, Zivon Abraham, and Rylan Smith. In the under-15s, Ethan Mohammed and Joshua Noblet. In the under-17s, Danny Henderson and Xavier Abraham. And in the under-19s, Ollie Henderson. And probably, just to speak, we've got in the younger age groups, this is the biggest team, just to mention, this is the biggest team that we've ever put forward. So 14 BVI players, which is quite special. But then also to speak to their standard, previously we hadn't won a medal at the games since 2009, so Joe Chapman. And then 2 years ago, Danny Henderson won our first bronze medal at the games. And then last year, we backed that up with 2 silver medals through Ethan Mohammed and Delilah Pease.
And moving on to our final story, viewers, where the 2024 National Youth and Senior Championships commenced on Friday at the Ale Shirley Recreation Ground, featuring some of the British Virgin Islands' top athletes. The event, which concludes later this evening, promises to be a highlight in the local athletic calendar, bringing together national record holders and Olympians. In a recent interview with 284 Media, General Secretary of the BVI Athletics Association, Stephanie Raspan, shared insights about the championships and the athletes who will be participating. Among the notable names are Olympians Shanta Malone and Eldred Henry, along with Adeja Hodge, Recoy Brathwaite, Beyonce De Freitas, Jaiman Gums, and Jaleel Kroll. Raspan detailed the schedule for the championships, noting that field events commenced on Friday, while the opening ceremony and track events will take place today, Saturday.
So we have some field events that are going to happen on Friday the 21st, starting around 5 o'clock. So we're going to have hammer, high jump, and we've just made a decision to add javelin to the events that are going to happen. And then we have all the other events on Saturday. They will start around 3, but we're going to have a brief opening at 2. So we'll be here basically from 2 o'clock into the evening. In terms of who's going to be here, well, we have several athletes that are away in college, and a lot of our collegiate athletes have made their way home. And then in terms of our senior athletes, they are making their way home. So we're absolutely going to have Recoy here, we're going to have Jaleel here, we're going to have Beyonce, Eldred, Adeja, and the slew of other college athletes that have been away and already in gearing. Some of them have already been home and participated in the Patrick Harrigan relays, and now everybody's been gearing up for national championships.
Well, this year's national championships are a key event within the BVI Olympic Committee's Olympic Day Festival, which kicked off this morning and also serves as a qualifier for the upcoming Paris Olympic Games. Athletes who meet the Olympic qualifying standards in their disciplines will have the opportunity to compete in the world stage in Paris. For those who fall just short of the Olympic qualification standards, a recently implemented ranking system offers a potential pathway to the Games. Well, viewers, that's it for today's Weekend News Roundup. Be sure to follow us for daily news updates at 284media.com and on our WhatsApp channel. And be sure to also like us on Facebook at 284media and 284BVI on Instagram and X, formerly Twitter. Kamal Haynes. Have a safe and enjoyable weekend. Bye-bye.